Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome back to another day of praying through the darkness. How many times have you woke up in the morning and wanted to just throw the covers back over your head and stay in bed? Didn't want to hear that alarm clock, didn't want to be reminded that it is another work day and that you got to get to it. I mean, even if you love your job, there are just days where we don't want to go to work. I remember those days. I loved teaching. I really did. But it was the routine of getting out of bed, getting a shower, getting dressed, that whole thing. But once I got to work, the excitement of what I could look forward to for the day with my students started to seep in, and the rest of it was fine. But it was that initial getting myself up out of the bed. And now it wasn't like that every day, but just occasionally, especially when it was getting close to vacation time or even just a long weekend. The closer it got, the more you felt that tiredness starting to creep into your bones. How often do we feel like that when we are working for the Lord? Do you ever stop and think, man, I'd like to have a vacation from sharing God's love? Do you? Do you ever wish sometimes you could just let go, kick up your heels, do anything you wanted? Yeah. Stop and think about it. Go out with the girls or with your friends, have a few drinks, get out there on the dance floor and just boogie, woogie, woogie. Just be wild. What do you think? Have you ever wished you could just take a vacation from being a Christian? That's a hard question to answer, don't you think? It shouldn't be. It really, really should not be. Because when we wake up every day ready to do God's will, those kinds of feelings never enter into our thoughts, into our wanting to show God's love, to shine for Him, to work for Him. I can't think of a better employer, can you? I mean, look at all that God blesses us with. He blesses us with love and mercy and kindness, constant companionship. Don't we want to show that to others? So to me, when we live a Christ-like life to the best of our abilities, that's not work, folks. That is love. That is showing the love that's given to us, turning it around and showing it to others, letting our light shine so that others can see the love that God has for each and every one of us, for those of us that are already His children, and for those who are still wrestling with the idea. So stop and think today. Am I working for the Lord, or am I rejoicing in all that He's giving me? And I had the word on the tip of my tongue. Joyfully showing what God has done for me and what God can do for others. Our Bible verse this morning comes from Philippians 2, verses 12 and 13. Just as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence. So work out your salvation with fear and trembling, for it is God who is at work in you, both to will and to work for His good pleasure. Now remember, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. That doesn't mean to be afraid. That means with trust and trembling. Trembling with excitement to show what God has done for you. To show that, we should be so filled with joy that it's just bursting out of every seam, every pore of our body. And when we allow that love, that joy that we receive from Jesus Christ to fill us to that capacity and overflowing, folks, it becomes a magnet. People see and they want and they will listen and they will come to know the Lord. They truly, truly will. People were drawn to Jesus because he had that one pure message of love, of what the Father's love truly was. And that's what we can be. We can be just like Jesus. And when we act according to God's will, folks, it doesn't become work. It becomes a joyful outpouring of who we are. And that is, we are saved children of God. We are precious in his sight. We are loved. We are cared for. We are his all. In relationship with you, Father, I find how to live. Jesus displayed that ministry was always meant to be fueled by the connection with you. When I work, when I play, when I serve, and when I fellowship with others, I do it all as unto you. There is no obligation I have that is outside of love. I don't want to be lazy in love, though. Love is a fuel that gives me the strength to do all that is before me. I need not struggle to find within myself the passion to keep working. It is you who fills me and revitalizes me so that I do what pleases you. You are the pure source of energy that flows through me to reveal your love through my life. Lord, partnership with you is an incredible mystery and a wonder. You fill me with your love and mercy, and I get to give it away, constantly coming back to be filled again. The work I do is fueled by your grace, so may I never go back to striving on my own. I love that little bit that says, you fill me with your love and mercy, and I get to give it away, and then to come back and be filled again. Isn't that wonderful? Don't we want others to experience the joy, the companionship, the mercy, the daily walk that we have with Jesus? Don't we want others to experience that as well? And when we do so joyfully, we can come back, be recharged, be re-energized, be filled again with God's love so that we can go and give it out. Give it out over and over and over. I think that is a wonderful way, a wonderful thought to think of every morning when we wake up. To first thank God for a restful night. Second, to thank God for all that he is going to allow us to do today in his name. So no matter whether you are still working, or are retired, still a student, or even a child, wake up every day filled with the love of your Heavenly Father and be willing, be excited to go and share that love with others. Thank you so much for stopping in and being here today to hear these wonderful words that are chosen for us from this little blue book that's put out by Broad Street Publishers. There's a link for you down in the description box. All you have to do is click on it if you would like to add this little book of daily devotionals to your own personal devotional library. Always remember, folks, that when Satan wishes to come in and disrupt your plans that you know are set forth for you by God, don't give him any mind at all. You go on about your business for God. He'll take care of Satan. And remember, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.